As the port's popularity grew and demand for boat and commercial space increased, the port faced a new set of challenges left over from the former generation of port management. The old ways of the past had to be corrected and modernized. The 1990s would see a new form of management at the port that would tackle the many issues and help steer it into the 21st century, including the renaming of the port.
Well, it was pretty much a port that was thought of as being a local port, that the people here basically, they had built it and they owned most everything here, and that the port was really their facility. The rents hadn't been increased, so when I was brought in, I was kind of charged to do all that. We started getting things improved and started to get the new roads and get everything paved. At one time there was very little paving, and it looked like a sandstorm in the afternoon. And the boats that were in the harbor were just covered with sand after a bad storm.
And so one of the neatest things was that he eliminated all the dust that was not good for, you know, the seafood processing and all that kind of stuff. But we've rebuilt the boat basin a few times, and the last time we did it was about 3 years ago, and we literally removed all the boats out of the boat basin, dredged it out, and then rebuilt all the docks back and made that a much better place.
And then we had no filtering of the water. It was just running out into the bay. The harbor had problems where they were just dumping oil in the bay. When the guys changed their boat oil, they just dump it overboard. We corrected all of that, and the whole facility cleaned up very nicely.
If you look at the financial side of the Port of Garibaldi, we're managed very well, and we're handling the port economically, but yet we're progressing.
This is a peculiar port. It never had to go broke in the bad times, and it's always had been managed well, had lots of money to operate with, and it does well. And I think the people who come down here to fish really do appreciate the port and the facilities that are offered.
But why it was still called the Port of the Bay City is because nobody figured it was necessary to change the name, I guess.
They wanted to rename it Port of Garibaldi, a lot of people, while I was working there, but the port commissioners said we can see no reason to change the name of it. It's been Port of Bay City since 1910. Why change the name of it now? But after I left, they did change the name of it.
They thought it would be a good idea to name the port, rename the port, to express where the main facilities were located. A few people said, well, you know, why do you have to do that? It's an expense, but it wasn't that much. So we went ahead and did it, and it took about a year, and we changed the name to Port of Garibaldi, and it basically reflects where the activity is for the port.